What is required? The colon. The person is dry person. What is required? Hydration is required. Water is required. Moisturizing is required. Some kind of the liquids are required to the person. You take any kind of the liquids, which is very much essential to moisturize and to get the lubrication, where the lactic acid level get excessiveness in the colon. Obviously, lactobacillus, the flora is existing more. All are very good for the colon, for the lubrication. So therefore, you just do the moisturization, taking the water itself. So when I have been to the China many times, in that time I used to see all the washroom people, but I never found the water except the masjid. So where exactly I go somewhere, there I can find the water in the washroom, but all the Western toilets, and I never seen the water in the washroom. That means is indicating from the airport to the star hotels, where I stayed in the star hotel for the couple of months, and then there never find the water on the washroom, that indicating use as a tissue. But how our Indian culture is totally different. But you wanted to clean up that. What is required? The water is required. The lubrication to moisturize and to clean up. What is required? Outer cleaning water is required. Baba, internal cleaning, what is required? Obviously, that at least 2 liters of the water per day minimum is required to cleanse your colon. But it is not happening. The people are really very lazy to drink the water in this scenario. However, summer is there. People will consume the lot of water in the winter season. तो क्या बोलना है? पानी ही पीते नहीं. तो मुझे पीना है तो मुझे कड़वापन आता है. Isn't it? People says नहीं. मुझे खाना खाने के बाद भी पानी की हवस नहीं होती है. So indicating that there is a problem. So however we recognize, yes, water is very much essential, but if there is the problem is in these 2 organs, we recognize, yes, obviously we need to correct each other for the colon related problem. Then further we'll move on to when the direction of the energy is very much required. When the large intestine energy, it goes to the upward direction, rebels, it goes to the anti-direction, that causes the breathlessness. The people who have the asthma or some kind of the breathing difficulties, or the dyspnea or the COPD, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, but it's not super simple to treat, by the way, but still I can say you, the colon having the problem, it against the gravity of against the nature of the flow of the energy is happening in the colon, that causing the problem in the lungs, which causing the cough, congestion, cold, etc. The problem is not in the lungs. Where is it? The problem? In the colon. So further, there is a large intestine patterns. Perhaps we can consider that is the yang nature and then in nature. The large intestine, the nature of the large intestine to get the moisturizer, either it is too hot or the too cold. If the heart get excessiveness, the large intestine, the colon, hotness get excessiveness in the colon, क्या होता है? कितने बार वॉशरूम में रहना है? Somebody told me 150 times I passed the stool in a day, but he said, lie, I believe, but he said that. He drink water, he need to go. He don't drink water also, he need to sit in the washroom. He wash it, then again he's coming, lying on the bed, again he's rushing to the washroom. This the scenario is happen. Once the hotness get excessiveness, could be the reason to cause the diarrhea. There is another theory, it says, when the coldness get excessiveness in the colon, also causes the diarrhea. Do you know what is going in the diarrhea? Water is passing. Water is passing in the colon. Water retention is not happening. That is the pattern of the large intestine. You know, water is nothing but is the nature of the water is the coldness. When the coldness get excessiveness in the colon, also causes the diarrhea. When the heat get excessiveness in the colon, also reason to cause the diarrhea. So therefore, we recognize that perhaps these are the two patterns also reason to cause the diarrhea or the dysentery or the sprue. So therefore, which is very much essential to make sure that so balancing and equilibrium between the hot and cold nature is very much essential in the colon. That's the reason normally required whenever you have the food, that time try to take it as a cold food, and also there is a hot food. Cold food is required for the stomach and hot food is required for the spleen, for the transportation and transformation. So therefore it's making the equilibrium between the acid and then alkali, equilibrium and balance to be taken place in the colon. That's the reason diet should be taken in that pattern. When there is the dryness get excessiveness in the colon, that also one of the pattern, because whenever the people need to consume how much water to be taken, but water we are not giving the enough water, that means the entire colon is the dryness. Due to dryness, skin get dryness. Due to dryness, that gets the allergy, eruptions, or carbuncles, or the furuncles, or maybe some kind of the pustules is happening on the skin, because it is the dryness is there, that he gets the flares up on the skin surface in the form of the kind of the wounds, because colon is not having the lubrication. So therefore, each and everything is required: heat, wind, dampness, dryness, coldness, humidity, everything is required in the colon, that to be moisturization to be taken place. When the sense organ getting the nose problem, the large intestine sense organ is nose. Anything nose related problem we recognize as this, the problem is the lungs, but TCM says it is also connected to the colon. When the colon having the problem, the large intestine having the problem, then the nose problem also you may get, and the skin problem also you may get. So therefore make sure that anywhere the nose problem is there, try to correct that. Perhaps the problem is people will come and say you there is a nasal congestion is there, nasal blockage is there, or the snoring is there, sleep apnea problem is there, or maybe the dryness of the nose is there, or continuously blockage in the nasal septum, or there is adenoids, or the polyps are existing inside the nasal septum, then you don't consider there is only the pulmonary system, then you can consider also large colon as well. Yes, anything connected to that excessive heat in the colon also reason to cause the bleeding sometimes. So white color indicating there is anything the problem is in the large intestine, and also there is in the pulmonary system. People says as the chromotherapy. So that is the color therapy. So you wanted to use some kind of the color on the skin region, where I am telling you what are the points today we're going to discuss on the large colon. There you wanted to apply some color therapy having the problem. Pulmonary system is affected. On there you wanted to apply, there is a heat point UG, LU10 point, you just apply the white color over that region. Or the large intestine points, you just apply Li4. Having the constipation problem, there you just apply the white color on the large intestine 4 area. One or other way will be helpful. I think more experts are there in the chromotherapy. I'm not, by the way, expert. I think some people you know also expert, I believe. So you just check whether if I say wrong. But now the deficiency is the cold, congestion, nasal blockages, and abdominal pain. When the large intestine having the deficiency, all are having some one or other related problem. When the large intestine excess, having the shoulder pain, leukorrhea, headache, and constipation. You remember whenever there is a problem, the excess having the problem in the colon, that indicating the constipation, or the reason is excess accumulation. Don't say that large intestine having the deficiency, it causing the problem of the constipation or the colon issues. Whenever there is accumulation and retention, that's not coming out. But lot of pain on my abdominal region, it's not coming out. But my stomach is bloating. When I touches to the abdominal system, when I palpate to the abdominal system, when I do the percussion on the abdominal system, so that time it gets the hardness on the colon region, indicating your urination you passes very well, but still there is a problem on the colon which causing the problem. Remember, when the colon and also the urine are interconnected each other, when the colon get eliminated, your urine also get eliminated. precisely. When the bladder, when the large intestine is more accumulated, then the urine also doesn't pass precisely. So that's the reason the post-void and pre-void urination, the before scanning and after scanning, normally we used to see what kind of the level of the existing in the urine in the bladder, and after passing that, once you eliminate it entirely, you have no constipation, obviously there is no accumulation in the colon, is very good, then the entire urine also passes precisely. When the colon got the obstruction, the stool is accumulated in the colon, but urine also will not pass entire urine, that get the retention in the bladder. No doubt the other reason, prostate gland also reason to cause the retention, but many more reasons. By the way, the large intestine also reason to get the problem.